Do-do-do-do-do. Practicing. Let's see what's going on. All right, now I'm just going to be rehearsing what I'm working on for tonight at Stand Up. And if you live in the New York area or you're in Brooklyn, New York, come join me at Young Ethel's tonight at 9 p.m. It is part of the Nar Boys Comedy Showcase, and I will be performing with a lot of other really funny, really great people. And if you are looking to scratch your own comedy itch out there, I just want to let you know, join me every other Tuesday in November, and I will be taking over the mic there. We'll have the Laugh Damn It Up and Comers mic. It'll be super fun. It's an open mic, super beginner friendly, exciting, kind of start to get people into doing comedy things or more creative things if that's your jam. But I will be the host for that, taking over that in November. So DM me for deets or drop a link in the chat. And if you're listening in this morning, this is kind of a preview of some of my comedy work. I know normally I do tech tutorials on this channel, but outside of that, I do stand-up comedy. So welcome. I'm glad to have you here. And if you are live, feel free to comment on what you're listening into and what you're looking for. But without further ado, I just kind of want to break into it. And, before we begin, I want to say with a caveat, like how cool/weird it is to be balancing both a life in tech where I get to be in front of a camera and teaching and educating others, but also channeling more of this passion and this hobby that I took on kind of initially through speech and debate in high school, later on through satire and satire work, and now embracing it in the form of stand-up comedy. But the one thing that always gets me is stand-up comedy is a little weird at times. It's a little funky. It can be a little chaotic. For a while, we had a bunch of stand-up mics that had dudes telling abortion jokes, which is just yikes. And I'm sorry to disappoint. This set has no abortion jokes in it, but, it's kind of a bummer because those babies kill. But for a real note, my husband and I, we just crossed another relationship milestone. We brought a child into the world together. The kind of child that you cheer on when they shit in appropriate areas. A dog. We adopted a dog. But my husband and I have been married 2.5 years. It was one of those really beautiful things. And I think now in millennial time, that's kind of a weird thing. But the moment that I knew he was the one, it wasn't when he proposed to me in Washington Square Park. It wasn't when we were reminiscing over a credenza saying that one day we will have this piece of furniture to pass down to our children. It was the time that we both got food poisoning in a 1-bathroom apartment with a 3-foot by 3-foot bathroom with no fan and old plumbing. And I hear a knock on the door. Babe, are you done yet? I just knew he respected my boundaries enough to coordinate his bowel movements and not die in each other's stench when we're having our own bouts of food poisoning. These are the relationship milestones that I want to practice more often. Fuck your baby shower. I want to celebrate the first time that Karen rips ass in front of Chad. There's probably way better food there anyway. As we're talking about those big relationship milestones, I subscribe to the Jurassic World theory of parenting. If you don't tell your kid no, they get eaten by dinosaurs. fancy theme park vacation, paragliding, even children out running around the park, dead by dinosaurs. Now, when my marriage starts to get stale, I'm going to be taking my sex life, spicing up my sex life with wow, we butchered this joke a little bit. We're going to rewind this one. So I'm not a parent, but I subscribe to the Jurassic Park world of parenting. If you don't tell your kids no, you get eaten by dinosaurs. Fancy theme park vacation, paragliding, family summer outing, dead by dinosaurs. Tell your kids no more often. Now, when my marriage starts to get stale, I'm going to take my marriage advice from the world of Human Centipede. You have to be careful what happens when you go from mouth to ass. Now, I didn't always want to be in tech. When I was 18, I wanted to be a politician. And I originally gave up on the stream for two primary reasons. First off, I couldn't shut up. And second, I had zero ties to people to fame. Well, joke's on them. I'm distantly related to the cast of Extreme Loggers. And I might not be headed for Capitol Hill, but I would make a very great spin-off candidate for a TLC reality TV show, not very extreme logging, not quite heiresses. And if we're here, I just am curious to know who likes to hear of a fun fact. How many people love fun facts here? So I originally started political careers, and I've got a great political fun fact here. Marrying your cousin is legal in 17 states. And depending on what state you're from, it could actually be encouraged. You know, it's a part of the whole keep it in the family business. Surprisingly, marrying your cousin is legal in California, but not in Nevada. It's part of Nevada's business first initiatives and policy, a supply and demand sort of situation. Now, the demand for hookers drastically goes down if you're fucking your cousin for free. I am not sure about the legal statute on fucking your cousin in the brothel is. However, just don't marry them. And whatever you do, don't forget to tip. Shit. And before I started this set, I should have warned you to be very careful of if you post this on social media or take this stream out of context, because I dated a celebrity, a social media celebrity. My ex is the 7th best Magic the Gathering player and a regular Linux maintainer. And all my friends have cussed him out at least once. And actually, most of you might have as well. He works at the DMV. But, you know, as far as that, I get it. It has stable wages, stable pension. We're millennials. We don't have houses or yards anymore. A lot of my friends are selling out for the dreams of giving up on a 401k. But none of you are, right? Because you're out enjoying comedy on a Tuesday night out past your bedtime. Keep the dreams alive, people. Keep the dreams alive. As millennials, we simply want people to quit hogging our Wi-Fi at our favorite coffee shops and bars. I see you there, Jim. Go back to Starbucks. Please. Out of our coffee shop. And as millennials, I feel a little bit miffed. Like, we created internet jobs. We spurred the creator economy. And these Gen Z compatriots are out just shaking their ass for millions of dollars. Like, okay, Carrie, you can shake those hips on the internet, but that's not making my Americano any faster. Which is like, come on. And Chad over there is giving us millennials a bad name because he's an online certification away from being an officiant and a life coach. All for the grifter economy low price of $99.99 a month and 4,000 Twitter followers. And while we're here, let's be real. It's been a hard year, and there's a lot of news about a triple pandemic going on these days. And so the way that I got through it was not through drinking and working my way through a cocktail book or fermentation. It wasn't solely those reasons, but rather through a couple of affirmations. And in case that you need an extra bit of help going into this fall season, I want you all in this room to close your eyes wherever you may be in the world right now and just repeat after me. I trust the universe just as much as I trust a politician, which is not at all. I believe in the satisfaction and the simple joys in life, like the satisfaction of a good hungover poop. I believe in the power of making money. I'm single-handedly keeping 3 coffee shops and 2 local breweries in business. I am worthy of giving and receiving yes. Like a good fuck yes, I want guac with that. And yes, I know it costs extra. If you watch that, that's a quick little preview of my set. I will be performing live at Young Ethel's tonight in Brooklyn at 9 p.m. It's part of the Young Narboys comedy show stand-up. And if you are interested in seeing me and doing more comedy adventures, I will be taking over the novice mic at Young Ethel's every other Tuesday for the Laugh Damn It Mike special. If you're interested, drop a comment, slide in my DMs, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Twitter, so on and so forth. While I'm here, I'm going to just keep ranting and raving and practicing some of my other exciting material. So keep it tuned. That's what we're here for today. I've got about 5 more minutes here, but we've got it. So I've been working on a little bit of a bit on like what are fallback careers. And this is largely inspired because I found a lot of people that become celebrities are now real estate agents. So this is like the science behind the joke, but I kind of worked on this bit of the older I get, the more that I realize that the true path to fame is through real estate. The real fallback career is a real estate agent. You got pipeline from D-list celebrity to real estate agent and then back again. Because if you do really well, you end up like Barbara Corcoran, which is like back on Shark Tank, which is pretty cool. I don't really know. That's honestly like I think too real to be a joke. So it's not funny. It's just reality. Another bit on day in the life videos. So you can try this. It's not, these are all like my fleshed out, not fleshed out bits. So if you're just tuning in and you just want to listen to me rant about my not fleshed out stuff, here we go. I feel like I could be very successful at day in the life videos. Like I'm online a lot. I'm very active online. But like, let's be real, like if I was being realistic about my day in the life video, I would actually just be sitting on my toilet in my 47th Twitter argument of the morning with a crypto bro on Twitter. And it would look something like, hey, to the moon for 2069, please inform me on how we're actually getting to the moon and will there be snacks because I'm actually trying to leave this planet. GTFO, global warming, am I right? But I don't really think that makes great day in a life comedy because usually the day in a life audience is crypto bros, so it hasn't really worked out there. Oh shit, I do want to add this to my set today. So I'm just going through, so I have a 45-page document on things in my, the title of this document is literally stand up. And like, this is how absolutely ridiculous it is. I'm going to share my screen so you can be like, yes, Erin, you are absolutely ridiculous on this. But here is literally, yeah, it's just my document of all stand-up things and it has my set on here. But I do want to add this joke in here. All right, so I'm going to unshare, stop screen sharing. And I'm actually going to run through my set again just so I can have it for practice. I'm also just reading through my other jokes that I have here, and it's like, whoa, Erin, I don't know where some of these went. Oh, and actually, I like this punchline for Also, I have a joke about Elon Musk, but it doesn't make sense anymore because at the time I wrote, let's highlight what Elon Musk is really notable for, other than being dumped by Grimes. And I'm just going to laugh because there's nothing else I can do at this point. Like, that's kind of a ridiculous joke. Liked this punchline up here. Yeah, and then jumping the trust and safety of folks. Oh, truly. Hey, John. La 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 la. Welcome to my random stuff of me figuring out my comedy jokes for tonight. All right, we're gonna run through the set one more time. Let's see. I'm like reading through like these. Some of these are like my like random ass late night thoughts that I just like dumped into Twitter drafts on here. Oh, actually, that was a good little snippet. That actually makes sense. Sometimes I write gems in my comedy sets. There's a few in there. New friends and seeing a few new people join in. I'm about to run through my comedy set for tonight again. So if you're tuning in, super appreciate it. And if you live in the New York area, Young Ethel's tonight, 9 p.m. That won't be the last time that I say that. And also, if you're interested, join me at Young Ethel's. Every other Tuesday night, I will be taking over their novice mic and emceeing that. So yeah, join the fun there. But I'm going to take it from the top here again. Try and memorize this and record this so I can send it to my comedy mentor. All right. So recently in open mics, though, before we began, I just want to kind of start with a caveat. I'm not a punch down type of person. I do believe in making fair, equitable comedy, and I think that comedy should be accessible to everyone. And that's like a really important thing to me, and I think that should be important to everybody in comedy. Like, it's just not funny if you're like comedy always, to be good comedy, I think you have to have some element of truth to it. And also we have to recognize that comedy is very subjective and it's not everybody's flavor. So I went to a series of mics that men were telling abortion jokes. And one of the things that I really learned in my school and training of comedy was like, comedy should be somewhat personal. Like, you should be able to relate to it. So these men telling abortion jokes didn't really lay down, but sorry to disappoint. I have no abortion jokes in this set, but that's okay because those babies do kill. But on a real note, my husband and I did just recently cross another relationship milestone. We brought a child into the world. It's the kind of child that you cheer them on when they shit in inappropriate areas. A dog. We adopted a dog. And while I could tell you the romantic moments that we might have had in our things, whether it's getting engaged in Washington Square Park or other life actions, the moment that I knew that my husband was the one is that one time that we both got food poisoning in a 1-bathroom apartment with a 3-foot by 3-foot bathroom with no fan and old plumbing. And I hear a knock on the door. Babe, are you done yet? I really have to go. Nothing says forever like consensual coordination of bowel movements and not dying in each other's stench. Those are the relationship milestones that we really need to celebrate more often. Like, fuck your baby shower. I want to celebrate the first time that Karen completely ripped ass in front of Chad. And there's probably way better food there as well. And while I know we have a dog parent right now and we're parenting a dog child, I believe that you should always follow the Jurassic Park school of parenting. If you don't tell your kids no, they get eaten by dinosaurs, like theme park vacation, paragliding, all dead by dinosaurs. So when my marriage starts to get stale, I'm going to be spicing up my marriage with advice from Human Centipede. You have to be careful what happens when you go from mouth to ass. Now, my lifelong career wasn't always in tech, and it wasn't to be a stand-up comedian either. When I was 18, I actually went to school for politics and to be a politician. I thought that'd be the greatest. I originally gave up on this career path for 2 reasons. One, I couldn't shut up on the internet or offline. And I had no ties of people to fame. Well, joke's on them. I am distantly related to the cast of extreme vloggers. And now in recent election years, I think I'm a sex tape away from being overqualified. So stay tuned. And now that I've done my research and I've been a politician, and have thought about being a politician longer, we always hear of those dumb laws. But like, what are those things that should actually be illegal? Like people who brag how busy they are, you know, people who brag about being not that hungover, like no one cares. You drink water, good for you. But when we're thinking of political fun facts, I want to offer another fun fact of the day. Who's into fun facts? Fun fact, marrying your cousin is legal in 17 states. And depending on what state you're from, it could actually be encouraged. It's part of the whole keep it in the family business sort of thing. Surprisingly, marrying your cousin is legal in California, but not in Nevada. And if you understand Nevada politics, it's part of their business first initiatives. It's a supply and demand sort of situation. You know, the demand for hookers in the brothels desperately goes down if you're fucking your cousin. Now, I'm not really sure what the legal statute is on Nevada of fucking your cousin at the brothel is, but just don't marry them. And whatever you're doing, tip. Don't forget to tip. And I know that I'm streaming this live online, but be careful where you share this all over the internet. My ex is a social media celebrity with kind of a bad reputation. He's the seventh best Magic the Gathering player in North America, and all of my friends and many others have cussed him out at least once, and probably you have too. He works at the DMV. Now, we really need to rethink participation trophies, and I think that's part of our problem in society. In my opinion, they created the alt-right hate movement. Like, good job, Johnny. You got a hobby. You organized your first KKK rally. Way to make everybody feel included. I'm going to raise my kid to be a bully. Because, like, who really wants to participate in life anyway? Like, do you want to participate in having your identity stolen? Do you want to participate in rush hour traffic? A colonoscopy? No thanks. I'm bullying the world. It's part of like my millennial identity. We don't have houses anymore. We don't have yards anymore. My friends are selling out on their dreams for a 401k and a solid healthcare plan. But none of you are, right? Like you're out enjoying comedy on a Tuesday night past your bedtime. Keep the dreams alive, people. Keep the dreams alive. We just simply want people to quit hogging the Wi-Fi and outlets at our favorite coffee shops. Like, Jim, I see you there, Jim. Go back to Starbucks. Nobody wants you here. Us millennials, we created internet jobs. And now our Gen Z compatriots are dancing and shaking their hips for like a bajillion of dollars. Like, good job, Carrie. Like, shake those hips on the internet, but like, that's not going to make my Americano any faster. And Chad is giving this entire millennial generation a terrible rep because he's an online certification away from being an officiant and a life coach. Being out here like, you know, register for the grifter economy for the low price of $99.99 a month and $420.69 retweets. Cringe. Now, no matter how cringe it can be or no matter how fucked up our world is, we're about to go into winter. And if you're like me, that means seasonal depressos. And there's a couple things that I do to avoid the seasonal depressos. And first off, it's embracing a few affirmations. And here are some affirmations. We're all going to close our eyes together. Let's take a moment and regroup ourselves at the end of today. So if you want to close your eyes and repeat after me. I trust the universe just as much as I trust a politician. Which is not at all. I believe in simple joys, like the satisfaction of a hungover poop. I believe in the power of making money. I'm single-handedly keeping 3 coffee shops and 2 breweries in business. I am worthy of giving and receiving yes. like a good fuck yes, I would like guac with that. And yes, I do know it costs extra. Now, that's all I've got for today. I'm going to keep practicing, keep fine-tuning a little bit of this. But again, if you want to see this live or come join the fun and see a bunch of other really great comics, I will catch you at Young Ethel's tonight in Brooklyn at 9 p.m. for the show. There's a show beforehand at 7, and then you can stay afterwards if you want to do some little open mic night and have some fun and test out some new material, or join me for the session that's I call Things Live Twitter's Tweets from My Drafts section, aka things that might make it to the universe. But yeah, and if you're interested in getting into comedy, I am now the regular host of the Tuesday night open night mic at Young Ethel's. It's an up-and-comers mic. Really excited for that. Stay tuned for more details. And if you're wanting to just see Aaron, go back to tech. Quit telling bad jokes on the internet. Well, too bad. We do both in this world. So that's what you get. Thanks for subscribing. Hang out. Good to see you here. Have a good one. I'm going to log off for now.